Now, I'm sad when I hear Christopher Hitchens' caricature of God as a celestial big brother, always watching us, trying to spoil our fun. That is an invented God, ladies and gentlemen. Because the God that I know is a God that cares for me and has created the possibility of a real relationship with me. I might as well say, who would want to be married and have a woman or a man in their home constantly watching them, constantly supervising them, constantly looking out for them? That would be absurd, because it's to take one aspect of watching over and to distort it into a universalized explanation. Ladies and gentlemen, aren't you glad that there are police in this country watching over you? Aren't you glad that there are people? Incidentally, I think Mr. Hitchens and I are enjoying the fact that you're watching us tonight. And it's not inhibiting us at all. We're enjoying it. There's a watching that's good, and there's a watching that's bad. And if you abolish God's watching, I notice that we ended up in the Orwellian situation in Eastern Europe with Big Brother watching. What did people think of that in 1989? They voted very clearly against that atheist kind of supervision. And it was in fact the Christians that led the silent revolution in Eastern Germany that knocked the wall down. There's a false kind of watching, and I agree with Mr. Hitchens on it, but there's a true kind of watching. Because the relationship with God is not something that's forced. It's a real relationship of love. We've been given freedom. I heard a real caricature of the biblical story in saying that God had created us sick. God made a perfect world, ladies and gentlemen. But he made us in his image with a capacity of real freedom and real choice. So that if we say no to God, God will honor that choice. I wonder what Mr. Hitchens would want God to do with people that say no to him. He seems to have difficulty with the idea that God will honor the choice of those that say no. Why is that? Because God hates them and is some cosmic tyrant? Of course not. It's because God actually loves them. Now, these things are sometimes hard to grasp because there are so many distortions of God around in the world. And that's why, again and again, I come back to look at the person of Christ who reveals God to me, to look at his love and his friendship and his care. And if I ask myself the question, would I like to be in the company of that person permanently? My answer is a resounding yes. I can think of nothing more liberating and nothing more utterly magnificent that expresses the greatness of God.